Mark chapter 4. Kai palin erksato didaskein paratön talasan. And again he began to be teaching beside the sea. Kai synagetai prosauto noklos plestos. And a crowd exceedingly great was being gathered to him. Hoste auton esploion embanta katsai entei talassai, so that he, in a boat, having embarked, to be sitting in the sea. Kai pas ho oklos prostern talassan, epites gers ursan, and all the crowd was toward the sea upon the land. Kai edidasken autus en parabolais polla, and he was teaching them in many parables. Kai elegen autois en töi didakai autu, and he was saying to them in his teaching, Akuete, be ye hearing. Idu exulten hosperon sperai. Behold, the sower went out to sow. Kai egeneto entoi speren homen epesen paratön hodon. And it happened in the sowing. What on the one hand fell by the way. Kai ölten tapetena kai katepagenauto. And the birds came and they ate it. And the birds came and it ate it. Kai allo epesen epito petrodes, and another fell upon the rocky place. Hopu ukeken gern pollern, where there was not being much ground. Kai eutus exanetelen tiato me eken batos gers, and immediately it sprung up through there not being depth of earth, through it not having depth of earth. Kai hotte anetelen hohelios, but when the sun arose, ekaumatiste, it was scorched. Kai diatomer eken ridzan exerante, and through the not having root, it withered. It was withered. Kai allo epesen esta sacantas, and another fell into the thorns. Kai anebersan hayak akantai kai synepniksanauto, and the thorns grew up and choked it. Kai karpon ukedoken, and fruit it did not give. Kai alla epesen estern tön galern, and others fell into the good earth, good ground. Kai edidu karpon anabainon takai auxanomenon, and it was giving fruit coming up and growing. Kai eperen es triakonta kai es hexakonta kai es hekaton, and it was bearing into 30 and into 60 and into 100. Ka elegen hoseke ota akuen akueto. And he was saying, who is having ears to be hearing, let him be hearing. Kai hote egeneto katamonas. And when he was according to one or by himself, rotun auton hoiperiauton syn tois dodeka das parabolas, those around him with the 12 were asking him the parables. Kai elegen autois, and he was saying to them, Humin to mysterion dedotai, tes basileas tu teu. To you the mystery hath been given of the kingdom of the God. Ekenois de tois exo en parabolais pantaginetai. But to those outside, to those the ones outside, in parables all is becoming. Hina blepontes bleposin kai mer idosin, so that seeing they might be seeing and not understand, not perceive. Kai akuontes akuosin kai mer suniosin, and hearing they might be hearing and not they might be understanding or putting it together. Mer pote epistrepsosin kai apeter autois. Neither they might turn and he and it might be forgiven to them. It might be forgiven for them. Kai lege autois, and he is saying to them, Ukoi date turn parabolern tautern. Is it that ye have not known this parable? Kai pos pasas tas parabolas gnoseste. And how? All the parables ye shall know. How shall ye know all the parables? Hosperon ton logon spere. The sower is sowing the word. Hutoi de sin boy hoi para tön hodon hoppu speretai hologos. But these are those by the way where the word was being sown. Kai hotan akusosin eutus erketai hosatanas kai haire ton logon ton esparmenon en autois. And when they should hear, immediately the Shatana is coming and is taking away the word, the thing having been sown, the word being sown, the word having been sown among them. Kai hu toi homoios es esin, kai hu toi esin, homoios, Hoiepita Petrode Speromenoi. And these are likewise those upon the rocky places being sown. Hoi hotan akusosin ton logon eutus metakaras lambanusin auton. Those when they have heard, when they should hear the word immediately with joy, they are receiving it. Kai uke kusan, ekusin ridzanen heautois, alla proskaironesin. But, proskairoiesin. And they are not having root in themselves, but are for a time, are transient. Eta genomenes thlipseos, diogmu diaton logon eutus scandalizontai. Then tribulation or persecution having become through the word, immediately they are being stumbled. Kai alloi esin, hoi epitas akantas speromenoi. And others are those upon the thorns being sown, hu toiesin hoiton logonakusantes. These are those hearing, having heard the word, kai hai merimnai, tu aionos, kai he apata tu plutu, kai hai perita loipa epitumiai, esporeuomenai, synpnigusin ton logon, kai akarpos ginetai. And the cares of the world and the deceitfulness of the wealth and the things about the rest and the lusts about the rest, the other things, the lusts about the other things coming in are choking the word, and it is becoming unfruitful. Kai again noiesin hoi epi dern galern sparentes. And these are the ones upon the good earth having been sown. Hoitines akuusin ton logon kai paradekontai kai karpoporusin hen triakonta kai hen hexakonta kai hen hekaton, which are as many as are hearing the word and receiving, and they are receiving and they are bearing fruit 130 and 160 and 100. Kai elegen autois hoti möti erketai holyknos hina hypoton motion te töje hypoton glinen. Ukina epitön lyknian te töje. And he is saying to them that whether at all the lamp comes so that under the basket or bushel it be set, or under the bed, not so that upon the lampstand it be set. Ugarestin di krypton ean me hina panerotöj. For there is not what that is hidden, if it should not be, so that it be revealed. Ude egeneto apokryphon alhina eltöj is paneron. Neither it hath been secret, covered up, but so that it be into manifestation, or into manifest. Eti seke ota akuen akueto. If any is having ears to be hearing, let him be hearing. Kai elege nautois blepete di akuete. And he is saying to them, be ye watching how ye are hearing. En hois metroi metrete, metrötösetai hymin, kai prostetösetai hymin. In which measure ye are measuring, it shall be measured to you, and it shall be added to you. Hoskareke dotösetai autoi. For who is having, it shall be given to him. Kai hosukeke. Kai hoeke artösetai apautu. And who is not having, also what he is having shall be taken from him. Gaelegen, and he is saying, Hutos estin her basilea tu teu. Thus is the kingdom of the God. Hosanthropos paleueton sporon epites gers. As a man should throw the seed upon the ground. Gai gateudei, gai egeretai, nukta, gai hermeran. And he be sleeping, and he be arisen, he be being arisen night and day. Gai hosporos blastai, gai merkynetai, hosukoidan autos, and the seed be sprouting and be being lengthened as he hath not known it. Automata herge garpopore. Automatically, of itself, the earth is bearing fruit. Proton, corton, first the blade like grass. Eten, stakyn, then the ear. Eten, blurresiton, then the full grain. Entoi, stakui, in the ear. Hotan de paradoi to karpos, as paradoi ho karpos, but when it should give the fruit, it should give, yeah. Eutus apostelle to drepanon. Immediately he is sending the sickle. Hoti paresteken, hoterismos, for the harvest hath arrived or become present. Kai elegen pos homoiosomen tön basilean tu tseu. And he was saying, how might we liken the kingdom of the God? Entini autön parabolön tomen, or in what parable we might set it. Hos kokkoi sinapeos, as a grain of mustard seed. Hos hotan sparøye epiters, which when it be sown upon the earth, mikroteron hon panton ton spermaton ton epiters, the smallest, which is the smallest being of all the seeds of those upon the earth. Gai hotan sparøy anabaine gai ginetai medzon panton ton lakanon, and when it be sown, it is growing up, and it is becoming greater than all the vegetables or plants bearing food. Gai boye gladus megalus, and is making great branches or shoots. Hos te dynastai hypotön skia nautu tapete natu uranu kataskernun, so that the birds of the sky are able under its branches to be dwelling, pitching the tent. Oops, I think I said under its branches, but it says under its shadow. Kai toiautais parabolais polais elaleautois ton logon, katos dynanto akuen. And in such many parables, he was speaking to them the word, just as they were able to be hearing. Choriste parabolus ukelale autois, but without a parable, he was not saying to them, speaking to them. Gatidian de tois idiois matertais epeluen panta, but privately to his own disciples he was unloosing everything, that is, revealing. Galege autois eneke nei tei hermerai opsias genomenes dieltomen estoperan. And he is saying to them in that day, evening having become, we should pass through into the other side. Okay, apentes tonoklon, and having left the multitude, paralambanusin auton, having taken him along, hos ön entoi bloioi, as he was being in the boat, kai alla bloia ösan metautu, and other boats were being with him. Kai ginetai lailaps megalö anemu, and a great whirlwind of wind is becoming. Kai ta kymata epeballen estoploion, and the waves were throwing into the boat. Hoste öde gemidzestai toploion, so that already the boat was being filled. Kai ön autos entöi prymnöi, epito proskepalaion kateudon, and he himself was in the stern, the hinder part of the boat, upon the pillow, sleeping. Kai egeru sinauton, and they are waking him, arousing him from sleep. Kai legu sinautoi, and they are saying to him, didaskale, teacher, umele soi, hoti apollumeta. Is it not mattering to thee that we are perishing? Kai diegertes, epitimersen toi anemoi, kai epen toi talasoi. And having been awoken, he commanded to the wind, and he said to the sea, Siopa, be thou being silent. Pepimoso, be thou having been muzzled. Kai ekopasen ho anemos, and the wind was tired. Kai egeneto galerne megale, and a great calm became. Kai epenautois, and he said to them, Tite loyeste, hutos, what? Are ye being timid thus? Pos ukekete pistin. How ye are not having faith? Kai epobertersan pobon megan, and they feared a great fear. Kai elegon prosalelus, and they were saying to one another, This arra who dosestin? This one then is who? This one, what is he? Who is he? Hoti kai ho anemos kai her talassa autoia hupakue, that even the wind, even the sea is obedient, is being obedient to him.